patch it together and put it on YouTube, and it would just be, a lot easier.
Yeah.
You could just go to the link.
So for this setup here, there's a bunch of different options. So you can start here. You can have the wedding right here if you want. We've had couples get married here before. If you turn around, there's these big doors right behind you.
Right.
And they actually open like French doors, so it's kind of like a really beautiful entrance. Sometimes the bride will just walk in this way as opposed to walking up, so it gives a dual purpose.
Okay.
So you can do whatever you want to do there. So we've had the bride and groom stand here before, and then kind of the wedding party kind of tapered off this way. I don't know, is she going to have a wedding party or not?
If she does, it's going to be small.
Perfectly fine. Sometimes we've also had like just the bride and groom stand here, and just kind of have flowers and stuff kind of stacked up on these steps here.
Okay.
And then here you have immediate family. Of course, with 30 people, actually probably everyone can fit on this main pod here. And then going down, this is also, some people have stood here before as well. Again, right here is really nice, this step, that step, and then everybody kind of sits along here. 30 people, this is definitely enough space. We can fit about 100 if you have your ceremony right here between immediate family on this first bricked in level, and that 100 to 150 pretty comfortably.
Oh, good. Okay.
So you don't have to worry about that. Going down here, we've also had the bride and the groom stand either at the top or the bottom of these steps, and then have everybody sitting in the garden or grass. It's normally going to be very green. These trees get very full. They're very beautiful. Everyone is always asking about the street noise. You can see I'm talking at a normal level, and you can kind of hear me pretty good.
Yeah.
But we do say just mic yourself.
Okay.
It's just an easier thing to do, because you know what? If you don't mic yourself, that broke down truck is gonna be going up the street.
Someone's gonna jack
the second
down
you're
the
saying
street.
I do, and it's gonna ruin everything. So it's not worth the risk. If you're gonna do a DJ, we didn't talk about that.
Probably not. But there's gonna be strings, I think. There's gonna be possibly a string band.
Okay. Whoever is setting that up, they usually have the capabilities for a microphone, and if not, I'll find one for you.
Okay.
It's not a problem. And then we've also had, if the bride wanted to we had one kind of set up an archway next to this tree over here, and kind of angled everything. And she actually, one walked out the doors and came all the way down. It was a very big, grandiose, long entrance. It was really beautiful. And then we had another bride have everyone sit here for the ceremony, and she also got married here in the front lawn. And she started with like one of those, I forgot what kind of car it was, but it was really old, beautiful car. It started here, kind of drove down and let her out, and then she walked up through the crowd. So it was really beautiful. And there's a lot of options here. Plus, whatever you do, you have this house as your backdrop. So again, you can decorate however you want, whatever your vision is. We try and keep everything as plain as possible, so that you bring your own touch into it.
Sure.
I'm going to show you over to the side of the house. So on this side of the house, we've also had ceremonies as well. A little less noise, because you're not directly on the street, and might be really perfect for what you're going to do, because it's very intimate. We've kind of just had before. Normally these plants are all full and beautiful, so kind of keep that in your vision.
Okay.
But we've had, the bride and the groom just kind of stand here, exchange their vows, and then everyone will be kind of sitting on the gravel or a little bit here on the grass. And it still gives a really cool backdrop. You have the bricks, all of these plants will be full. The golf cart will not be there. So you'll have still a really beautiful old house backdrop, and then it's a little bit more intimate. It's a little bit quieter over here.
Yeah.
And for 30 people, this might give that warmth to kind of tie into the wedding.
Yeah, I can see that.
We do have the parking lot down there. Parking for 50 cars, easy. Of course, that's not really an issue for you guys, but we do have that, just so, if for whatever thing is that the party is getting bigger.
Yeah.
And I'll walk you through up here. So this is where most of the time ends up being the dance floor. The golf cart's not here. This would be a great spot if you're going to have a string band. They can kind of set up on this side of the brick wall here, play music, and then everyone, if there is going to be dancing, maybe it's a little bit more formal, we can put them on the porch too.
Okay.
So that's just one option. And we step up here, and then we can seat up to 100 people, 120 people on this porch. So for 30, it's going to be quite comfortable. This corner is another corner that music normally goes in just because of the outlet.
Oh yeah.
So could also be really great to set up the string band here and kind of had everyone seated and nicely spread out through the porch. One thing that is included is we have, I don't know if you can see it, but it's a little white wire there. And we do have exclusivity with our rental company when we do weddings, and they will tent that in for free. So if it's raining, it's a clear plastic tent wall. If she looks on our Instagram, there's pictures and videos of it as well. It's clear plastic, you can hardly see it's there, and it kind of just rain-proofs you already.
Yeah.
If you did want to have the ceremony out here on this side, which I forgot to mention, for rainproofing, that same rental company will put just a roof out over that for you.
Yeah, I see the...
Yeah, so they'll just whoop, drop it over, you know, they'll extend our roof.
Right here, past the brick wall, right?
Yeah, if you wanted to have the ceremony out there. Just as a rain day option. Of course, when it's beautiful, you don't want to tent it.
Right.
And you would make that decision with the rental company. She has a cancellation period, but she's very flexible. And she's the main person we use for tenting. She's really great.
Okay.
And she knows the property. She's done tons of stuff here before, so she's very well informed. So we can circle back over here. We have little can lights built into the ceilings. They really need to be scrubbed now that I'm pointing up here. We have the fans, so if it's hot, you can blow the fans.
Yeah.
If for whatever reason you decide to not have a band or whatever, we have these little speakers built in. We put on whatever station you want on Pandora and just play, you know, play the music out for that.
That's perfect. That's something that they were talking was having the strings for the ceremony, maybe a cocktail hour, and then having just a playlist going afterwards.
Perfect, very easy.
Yeah.
I just, you know, it's connected to the iPhone. I can turn it on right now if you want to hear it.
All right, so.
I'm sorry, I just was on a conference call.
I read a little bit of the history in the house. It's really interesting.
Yeah, I'll give you a whole bunch of it. Well, let me start with the setup of this room first before I get into that. So we've had people have their a ceremony in here, just stack up people. We could probably hit 50 to set 50 in here comfortably.
Okay.
And then the bride and groom could stand right here, which is also kind of cute, you know. Yeah. And the bride would walk in through that door right behind you, come straight up an aisle, and the bride and groom can stand here. I know this room is very plain, it's very empty, but we try and leave that again open to whatever you guys want to bring into it. So that's...
Leaves a nice palette for your own style.
And especially, I mean, if she's getting married in May, I say go outside on that porch because it's gorgeous. Whether or not doesn't really affect you because we can tent it in. Right. And if you want to get married outside, do it. If you don't want to risk it, we can just plan to have it right in here. Okay. Which is great. Another thing this room is used for a lot is buffets. Is it going to be buffet?
She wants to do plated.
Okay, then we don't have to worry about that at all, so I won't even talk about it. Are you going to have a bar?
I think so.
The bar is usually really beautiful in the back corner of the porch or in here. This has an entrance and an exit point, so it's really a pretty convenient spot for that.
Okay.
In here, we typically do the cake and gifts in here just because
it's a nice room.
Yeah, and it still gets all the beautiful sunlight from outside, and everyone can clearly see it when they step in. Because sometimes the gift area is like, where do I put this thing?
Right.
You know? Yeah. So this is nice because it'll all be set up in here.
Okay.
And then we can walk through here. This is our kitchen. So this is another option for. I mean, she's not doing a buffet, but we always say that if you want to do a buffet in here, it's a total option. Yeah. I don't really know if this would have a function during such a small wedding, but it's a cute room, so you can do whatever you want in here. If you're renting the house, it's yours.
Yeah, I mean, It gives the.
Yeah, we have like a 90-second birthday party, so we're gonna run like a slideshow behind here. But maybe you wanted to do that, put on just some pictures scrolling through.
Yeah.
You could also do like signature cocktails in here. You could do like a bar in here, so that everyone would come through because you kind of walk through that wet bar hallway.
Right.
So you could do whatever you want in here. You could totally flow it in. It's definitely an option, especially if it's raining. Kind of gives everyone a little bit of a backup plan.
Yeah.
If you're, I don't know, for whatever reason you want to do anything in here, it's definitely open to that.
Okay.
And take it around the corner here. This is the caterer's kitchen. It's nothing very exciting.
Oh wow, you got a whole on.
Yeah. That's good to know too. If you do decide to go with Chef's Catering, they'll charge you extra for bringing their own hot box. So we have one. They'll charge you extra for bringing ice. We have our own ice tray. So these are things that you need to be.
I did not. That's a question I would not even know to ask.
I know, you don't think to ask it, they put it on the bill, and then the day is over, and you can't say I didn't use ice because it might have.
Yeah, right. Come on.
That's
All right.
another reason. But I'm pretty sure with Queen City and Union Street, that's not on their.
Even if it's changed, it's here. So it's here.
Exactly. And they know that. So this room is what we call the library. You can do again whatever you want in here. It's one of the few rooms that we do have furnished. Typically we have the groom getting ready in here. We have one of those folding, I don't know what you call them.
Like the shade thing?
Yeah, exactly. It goes right in front of this door because this doesn't have a door. So that way you can't peek upstairs at what's going on with the bride.
Oh, okay.
We also have the closets in here so you can keep your suits and all the groom's stuff in the closets. They look small, but they're actually pretty roomy in there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, all that stuff is in there already.
Yeah.
It's just a good storage spot. Plus, if he wants to go outside and smoke a cigar with his groomsmen, you've got access to the porch through this door here, and the restrooms are right around the corner here. Again, this is connected to the porch since the door you came in on, so that those would be the restrooms for the day of.
Okay.
Men and women's right
Back
there. And I'll take you upstairs. So this is where the bride would be getting ready. Just watch your head. You're a little bit taller than me.
Oh yeah.
This is a little low here. So this is like the bridal floor. Here we have a full bathroom, just in case anybody needs to get ready or anything like that. Again, so the bride doesn't have to go downstairs.
Have you ever had anyone take a shower on this?
I don't know. I don't really know why we opted to do that.
Just, you never know. Right?
I guess you never know, and if they would want to move back in at some point.
Yeah.
I guess it's
right. That's a good point. That's a good point.
So here is where the bridesmaids would be getting ready, or non-people of the party. I mean, it's up to the bride, so whatever she wants to do, her mom, or, everything. So there's tons of outlets down here. Everyone can plug up their stuff. Everyone can be doing their own makeup or have their makeup being done, so everyone has a little spot. You can hang the dresses there, so there's no wrinkling, there's no ruffling, there's no worries. And here is the bride's room. You can see today it's super cloudy and it's about to be dark out, and this is still like the brightest room
so
ever.
Much light, yeah.
Photographers love this room. We have a lot of styled shoots, and a lot of them just take place in here because people are like, let's just do everything in here.
Yeah.
So the bride would get ready here. There's the nice little vanity there. There's the cute little hook up on between the window to hang her dress. Also a really good photo op. We have the full mirror so you can see everything. So it's really a cute little space, and still other people can be in here with you.
Yeah.
And then across the hall here, we have what I like to call the bridesmaid's room, because everyone comes with a suitcase full of stuff.
Of course.
So they can put all that in here, and that way, if you're having an intimate moment with your mother, everyone can still be doing whatever they want to do over here, and there's really no crossover, or whatever you want to call it. This is a nice feature we have up here, is the rooftop porch. So, if she's you can go out there, please. When she's getting ready, have some mimosas with your girls, have a little bite to eat up here. It's really gorgeous.
This is so nice.
Usually that's all green in the background, so a lot of people opt to do like their portraits up here. You know, have both families and everything standing there. Provides a really beautiful backdrop. And again, the light is still really good up here.
Yeah.
So a lot of people do that. Plus, when you're getting ready, you know, you can see everyone kind of setting up their chairs and all the great stuff that's happening for your day. Even if it were be on the other side, you can still kind of see everything. So it's just nice to have, you know, the view.
This is nice. Yeah, this is very nice up here. This is a nice little, and especially if you're getting like nervous and claustrophobic, and come right outside.
Come out here, get a breath of fresh air.
Yeah.
It's also a spot I always recommend that the bride and groom come up here after, you know, they say I do, and just kind of have a moment to themselves. Let everyone chat downstairs and just take a deep breath, enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
For bigger weddings, I always say have your caterer put 2 plates of food aside for you guys and serve them up here because you're not going to eat.
Yeah.
Because you're going to be entertaining people all day. But 30 people, I think you'll be able to. Should be comfortable enough to eat. It's just when you get into those 100, 200 people weddings, you know, you're entertaining more than anything. So that's another reason to keep the light little table up here.
This is nice.
Yeah.
I like this.
I know the bride gets 4 rooms essentially, and the groom only gets 1.
Hey.
It's just preparing you for life.
Exactly. So. That's the truth.
And if you see, we have the closets for all the storage in here, so the girls can leave stuff here. You can walk through. I'm just going to turn this off while I'm up here. So there's another connector room. We'll be using this more for like business meetings in the future, but right now it's a really good storage spot. If you have boxes of stuff, I don't know what their decor is going to be, if they're going to be bringing their own, sourcing it out, whatever it may be. This is a good spot to keep everything so that they know when the day is over, bride and groom are gone, and you know, mom and bridesmaids and groomsmen have to help clean up a little bit.
Yeah.
It's already all in one room, and you guys can just load it in your car.
Well,
and it's closed behind the door, no one can see it. We have another spare room over here. Again, it really doesn't have too much of a purpose. It's mostly just storage at this point, and we'll be, you know, working on what to take. We're always taking suggestions as to what else does a bride need up here.
Yeah, I mean,
you know,
a big party I could see this would be perfect.
Yeah, it's just kind of like overflowing at the closets and
Yeah.
everything. So that's kind of stuff. For more of a smaller wedding, I don't really.
Well, it's good.
But
I mean,
it's cute for pictures too because it's all white and light colored gray. You know, we have this nice mantle here, so you can put whatever you want up here for pictures and stuff like that. It's kind of a cute backdrop.
That is
the bride and groom come up here for that.
Well, it's, you know, these are little getaways up here too. I mean, you get a second when you take a breath, you can come up and.
Yeah, so it's definitely a good spot. And no one really comes up here that, you know, hasn't been doing their makeup up here. So.
Right.
And again, you know, some people like the traditional keep the bride and groom separate and you don't see each other until, you know, she's walking down the aisle, so it kind of allows for that.
Sure.
And I think that's the gist of it.
All right.